Hello ladies and gentlemen, in this video we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app and you can get the current affairs in quiz format as well as in easy revision digest format. In addition to that, please join the Telegram channel for regular updates. This is the name of Telegram channel, GKToday YouTube. You can search it by name or you can connect it through link also. The link is given in the description box as well as in the pinned comment. Now, before we start, let me talk about some harsh reality. Every day, students keep on asking, sir, give us more content, give us more content. So, yesterday I posted certain questions and these questions were covered in previous videos. So, this question was, Food Planet Prize was launched by which organization? So, this question was covered in the video of 24th February. And only 10% of the students answered it correctly. This was another question that regarding GSI, which of the following statement is true? Only 42% students answered it correctly, even though it was explicitly covered in that video related to gold discovery. The headquarters of GSI is in Kolkata. It is under Ministry of Mines and it was founded before independence. This is another question which was covered, I think, in January video. Again, it was a direct question that Lunglai, which is the least polluted city, is in which state, and only 38% students answered it correctly. So, if you just want to collect material, you can collect it from 20 different sources. That is not how you are going to score well. You need to understand one point. Your brain has limited capacity, therefore, you make sure you read the right material and revise it again and again, rather than collecting material from 20 different sources. Internet is full of such material. Everybody is claiming that read these 10 questions and these are going to be in exam. Do not insult the examiner. They are smart people. They can frame one simple question. Still you won't be able to answer it if the options are twisted. So do not just read things passively. Read it actively. Try to read it and try to connect the dots. Anyway, enough of Gyan for you people. By the way, there was one more question regarding Sonbhadra district. Even this question was explicitly covered and I just changed this option that instead of West Bengal, it is Jharkhand, and only 32% answered it correctly. Okay. Another question was that delivering road safety in India report. This question was covered in the video of 24th of February. And most of the people just clicked this Ministry of Road Transport and Highway because the report was about road safety in India. And this is how examiner can just make any simple question much more complicated just by putting smarter options. So only 24% students answered it correctly. Now let's start. As of February 2020, which country is India's top trading partner? So USA has surpassed China to become India's top trading partner. Now, it should be noted that India-US bilateral trade during the 2018-19 fiscal was $88 billion, while with China, it was $87.1 billion. Now, one more thing. USA is one of the few countries with which India has trade surplus. Now, what is the meaning of trade surplus and trade deficit? For that, let me just explain you the terms import and export. Import means India is purchasing something from any other country, and export means India is selling something to any other country. Now, if our exports are greater than imports, then it is going to be trade surplus, and if the imports are greater than exports, then it is going to be in trade deficit. Now, USA was also in news as US President is on his visit to India, and for his visit, Namaste Trump event held in Gujarat in Ahmedabad, and this event held in Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Stadium in Motera in Gujarat, and this is the world's largest cricket stadium. What was the overall rank of India in Asian Wrestling Championship that recently held in New Delhi? So this championship held in New Delhi in India, and one thing that should be noted that China was barred from entering into the competition because of coronavirus outbreak. So the top performers in this event are Japan, Iran, India and Kazakhstan. So India is on third position. Now it should be noted that Japan won the 8 gold medals while India won 5 gold medals and total medal tally of India was 20. Now if we talk about coronavirus, the official name of coronavirus is COVID-19 and it was given by WHO, that is World Health Organization. And the outbreak of coronavirus started in Wuhan in China. Apart from that, China was also in news as recently USA removed China from the list of currency manipulators. Which city has recently hosted International Judicial Conference? So this conference recently held in New Delhi and this conference was organized by the Supreme Court of India and the theme of this conference was Judiciary and the Changing World. Present Chief Justice of India is Justice S.A. Bobde. What is the upper land holding limit to become eligible for the financial support under PM-KISAN scheme? So this PM-KISAN scheme is a central sector scheme. There are two types of schemes. One is central sector scheme and another one is central sponsored scheme. In central sponsored scheme, the funding is shared by the central and state, while in case of central sector scheme, the funding is provided by the central government. For this PM-KISAN scheme, central government is providing 100% funding and the full form of PM-KISAN is Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. Under the scheme, an income support of Rs 6,000 per year is provided to the farmer families across the country and this is provided in 3 installments. So this 6,000 is provided into 3 installments. Now initially the scheme was to support small and marginal farmers who have cultivable land up to 2 hectares. However, later this land limit was removed and now all the farmer families are eligible for this scheme irrespective of the size of their land holding. So right answer is there is no limit. NRI Sabha, which was recently making news, is an NGO controlled by which state government? So this is an NGO which is controlled by the state government of Punjab and recently it was in news as after the 5 years the elections to the post of President of NRI Sabha is to be held. Now this NRI Sabha is an NGO and any NRI, that means non-resident Indian, can become its member by paying a fees of 10,500 rupee. It should be noted that this NRI Sabha was registered under Societies Act. Punjab was also in news as recently it decided to ban all type of online lottery schemes. Punjab was also in news as recently it passed a resolution against Citizenship Amendment Act. What is Ethnologue? That was in news recently. So Ethnologue is a database of languages and recently 23rd edition of Ethnologue was released on the International Mother Language Day. So this International Mother Language Day is celebrated on 21st of February. It should be noted that this Ethnologue is published by a non-profit organization SIL International and it is based in USA and it is publishing this Ethnologue since 1951. Now as per this latest edition of Ethnologue, answer in comment box which is the most spoken language in the world. Also answer Hindi is on which position as per this Ethnologue. It should be noted that the theme of this year's International Mother Language Day is Languages Without Borders and in India this International Mother Language Day is celebrated as Matribhasha Divas. The Ujjayanta Palace, which recently hosted the first ever Bharat Bangla Prayatan Utsav, is located in which state of India? So this Bharat Bangla Prayatan Utsav was celebrated to commemorate the contributions of Tripura in Bangladesh Liberation War. So right answer is Tripura. Now Tripura was also in news as recently a tripartite agreement was signed between Ministry of Home Affairs, Mizoram and Tripura for the settlement of Bru community. Now, after this tripartite agreement, the Bru community people who were living as refugees in Tripura will now permanently settle in Tripura. It should be noted that Bru tribals are living in Tripura after 1997 ethnic clash in Mizoram. I have uploaded a special video on this topic. You can search it by Bru Community GKToday. For how many years the Law Commission of India works from the date of publication of order in Official Gazette? Right answer is 3 years. It should be noted that Law Commission is not a statutory body. Neither it is mentioned in Constitution. Therefore, it is neither a statutory body nor a constitutional body. It is an executive body that is established by the order of Government of India. A Law Commission has a term of 3 years from the date of publication of order in Official Gazette. It should be noted that the first Law Commission of Independent India was chaired by Mr. M.C. Setalwad and it was established in 1955. Overall, the first ever Law Commission of India was constituted in 1834 under the chairmanship of Lord Macaulay. Answer in comment box who was the Governor General at that point of time. The Carnival of Aalst that was recently making news is associated to which country? So this event is associated to Belgium, and it should be noted that formerly it was recognized by UNESCO. However, because of some controversy, in December 2019 UNESCO withdrew its recognition for this carnival. Now, if we talk about Belgium, recently Belgium got its first female Prime Minister and her name is Sophie Willems. In fact, the headquarters of SWIFT is also in Belgium. Answer in comment box what is the full form of SWIFT. The headquarters of NATO also in Belgium, in Brussels. Brussels is the capital of Belgium. NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and recently NATO completed 70 years. The most recent summit of NATO held in UK, and NATO was also in news as recently North Macedonia ratified NATO Accession Protocol. Answer in comment box, is India a member of NATO? Crops loans up to what limit have been waived off by the Mahatma Jyotirao Phule Karimukti Yojana of Maharashtra government. So, as per this scheme of Maharashtra government, the crops loans up to rupee 2 lakhs have been waived off. Now, Maharashtra was also in news as recently state government announced that Bharosa Center would be launched in the state of Maharashtra to monitor the impact of social media on youth. Maharashtra was also in news as recently Union Cabinet approved 13th major port of India, and it is going to be in Maharashtra and it is going to be at Wadhwa. Apart from that, recently one more major port was in news. It is Kolkata port. Recently it completed 150 years and it was recently renamed after Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee. This port was also in news as recently it became the first port to present its tableau during the Republic Day ceremony. Now answer in comment box the tableau of which state won the first award during this year's Republic Day ceremony. As of 2020, which country is the largest exporter of cashew in world? Right answer is Vietnam. So Vietnam is the largest cashew exporter of world and it mostly export cheap cashew to China and therefore it gives stiff competition to India. Who was the first US president to visit India? Right answer is D.D. Eisenhower. So he was the first president to visit India and he visited India in 1959. Now, if we talk about US President Mr. Donald Trump is in India. US was also in news as recently US launched US Space Force. Apart from that, US was also in news as it is going to be the host of this year's G7 summit. It should be noted that FATF, that is Financial Action Task Force, is an international organization that was founded in 1989 on the initiative of G7. The headquarters of FATF is located at the Secretariat of OECD. OECD in Paris. OECD stands for Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, and OECD conducts PISA. Now FATF was also in news as recently Saudi Arabia became the first Arab country to get full-fledged membership of FATF. Saudi Arabia is going to be the host of this year's G20 summit. FATF was also in news as it decided to keep Pakistan in grey list. It should be noted that India became the observer at FATF in 2006. The East-West Industrial Corridor Road, which was recently in news as it is passing through Pakke Tiger Reserve, is located in which state? So it is located in Arunachal Pradesh. Now this is our Northeast India, and here you can see the Pakke Tiger Reserve. So this East-West Industrial Corridor Road is proposed to connect the foothill districts of Arunachal Pradesh without passing through Assam, and this road will pass through the Pakke Tiger Reserve. Now Arunachal Pradesh was also in news because of its first Hindi newspaper, and the name of this newspaper is Arun Bhumi. Arunachal Pradesh was also in news as recently it signed Memorandum of Understanding with IUCN to prepare a red list of orchids, and therefore it became the first Indian state to do so. IUCN stands for International Union for Conservation of Nature. The Rushikulia river that was in news recently flows in which state of India? So it is in Odisha, and this is a well-known site for the nesting of olive ridley sea turtles. Malai Mahadeshwar Wildlife Sanctuary is in which state of India? So it is in Karnataka, and it is in news because it is expected to be the Tiger Reserve. Karnataka was also in news as it is the top performing state as per Niti Aayog's India Innovation Index. Karnataka was also in news as the most recent 107th Indian Science Congress held in Karnataka in Bengaluru, and the theme of this event was Science and Technology, Rural Development. And it should be noted that for the first time, Farmers Science Congress was organized on the sidelines of this Indian Science Congress. So these were the most important questions of today's quiz. Thank you, and that's all for the day.